Matt Salmon, much has been made of Arizona's water supply or potential lack thereof. Give us your analysis of Arizona's water and, as governor, what you would do to make it more secure if it needs to be.
Well, the situation is very, very serious. In fact, it's one of those things that keeps leaders up awake at night, because we're in a 20-year-plus drought, and Lake Mead and Lake Powell are at all-time lows, and our allotment of the Colorado River water is likely to be cut significantly, and so, which is a big supplier of water throughout Arizona. So we have a big responsibility to address the issue, and we've got to find more water sources, for one thing. We've got to find more water sources. We've got to conserve the water that we have, and we've got to do a better job politically negotiating, I think, with the federal government in the recent bill that was passed dealing with infrastructure. There's a bunch of money set aside. Now, I wouldn't have voted for that infrastructure bill. I think that it was way too pricey, but that's beside the point now. It's already been appropriated, and that money is going forward. So better us receive it than California or New Mexico. We're going to need all the help that we can, and I believe that having a former congressman such as myself that understands how to run those traps is a big asset in finding federal help for getting new water sources and water opportunities here in Arizona. But one of the things that was talked about when the current governor spoke at the State of the State address was dedicating $1 billion over 4 years to identify new water sources and new water infrastructure. And I think that is a bare minimum. It's got to be, and they're talking about creating a new water authority in Arizona, which is not resolved yet. But everybody at the state level is really working to try to resolve this, talking about possibly funding a desalination plant on the Sea of Cortez, and then trading out the water that comes from that plant to Mexico for their share, at least 200,000 acre-feet of their share of the Colorado River water, which would come to us, which would probably be a lot more cost-effective than trying to pipe that water back to Arizona. Not probably, it definitely would be a lot more cost-effective. So that's a very innovative idea. One of the other really innovative ideas is water retreatment at the municipal level, and that's incredibly important. It's probably one of the least costly ways of identifying new water sources. But then there are aquifers in Arizona, like the Harquahala Aquifer, which is a very, very large aquifer that is virtually untapped. It's one that has a large water source, but we have to find ways to make bridge water and get that out to the communities and water users that need it. It's more briny, the water, so it's going to have to be treated as well. We're going to have to come up with a lot more innovative ways of doing things. Also, Israel has come up with new technologies for drip systems, which are far more water efficient than the past drip systems have been. And so all of these things are things that we're going to have to do, in addition to identifying some conservation measures and prioritization, throughout the state. Agriculture is incredibly important to our state, not just for the fact that it's such an incredible boon to our economy into the billions of dollars, but also because of it meeting a critical need for the nation's food supply. Yuma alone provides a lot of food. So and Pinal County, I mean, we have a lot of really important agriculture going on. So there's a lot of things on the table, Zach, but I think this is one of the things that I try to emphasize to people when they think about voting for the most important job in the state, the governor of Arizona. It's important to put somebody in there that actually understands these issues and has worked with them, because they're very, very serious.